Alright, it's time for another Shareplanner video podcast. We're going to go over our past two trades in AMZN.com that were done back to back on July 6th and on July 7th. Both were done realizing profits. We're using a 4-day chart with 30-minute candles. So for the purposes of this discussion, we're going to focus on this particular day and this particular day. As you can see, Amazon dropped about $2 a share right at the open on July 6th and continued to sell off for another hour. And then at the 11 o'clock candle, here we have a doji morning star pattern that's formed, and this is a great entry setup here because the bulls have clearly demonstrated, at least temporarily, that they're going to put off the pressure by the bears to send the stock any lower, and this ended up being the lows of the day here. So we put our entry a penny above the high of this candle and our stop loss a penny below the low of this candle. And the next period we get triggered, it forms a very nice morning star pattern, it's confirmed, and we are off to the races. Now what we saw the next 30 minutes wasn't all that surprising, where we actually have a bit of a sell-off, but from there, a very nice stair-stepped staircase all the way up to where it closes near the highs of the day. For us, we actually got out pretty early. We got spooked a little bit, I guess you could say, by this particular candle, where it has a very long shadow to the upside, indicating that the bulls were losing steam on this particular trade, followed by some indecisiveness. And also, this 9-day exponential moving average that we use was showing a lot of resistance for the chart. So with that said, we took our gains at the high of this candle, which happened to be around 77.64, but you could have made a lot more, gotten into the low 78s and made over 2R on this trade. For us, we made 1.1. We were pretty happy with that, but there was definitely a lot more gains that could have been made on this particular chart. Now, for the second trade that we made in AMZN.com, very similar to the first one, except our entry was quite a bit later. We didn't actually get into the stock until around 1 o'clock, but like the previous day, the stock sold off pretty heavy at the beginning. We thought this might be a perfect entry right here, but it never materialized, and instead just continued to sell off for most of the day. And then we get a very similar candle as we saw here. It's not a hammer as this one was, but it is considered like a spinning top. But the formation's the same, and we use it to put our entry a cent above the high of this candle and a cent below the low of this candle. And we get triggered in the next candle, we get a nice morning star confirmation. We get another similar nasty candle that did spook us out a little bit, but we held on. The next candle was very strong also, but we got stopped out right about here at 76.25. We got about 1R in gains. It didn't take long for this market to reverse course and continue the weakness that I've been seeing most of the day, closing at its lows of the day. So by steadily moving up our stop loss, we were able to preserve our gains and keep a winner from turning into a loser, which can happen so easily in this type of market. So we hope you enjoyed today's podcast. AMZN.com have been pretty kind to us over the past couple of days, and we also hope that you're following us on our live portfolio. We'll continue to update that every day, and we hope you guys have a great rest of the week trading.